Is anyone really surprised I'm doing another Fairy Tail review on chapter 400 this week? Because, I mean, this chapter was freaking epic and enjoyable. Now, I just want to do a quick thing to Mashima. Mashima, congratulations for making 400 chapters to Fairy Tail. Not a lot of mangaka can actually make it this far with 400 chapters. It's really rare nowadays to see a mangaka get this far into that many chapters because there's just so many series getting canceled and stuff like that. So, I'm happy, at the very least, Mashima, you're able to make it this far as a mangaka, and hopefully you have many more to come. So, besides that, I want to talk about the color page. The color page on Fairy Tail this week looked really badass. You gotta love the little flame. It reminded me a lot of the, the fight between Sting and Natsu. It reminded me a lot of that when you saw, Natsu holding the fire with the 400 coming out of it on the color page. That looked really badass, and I like the artwork and art design that Mashima did on the entire bit with the front cover page. So, congrats to that. So, the chapter in a nutshell, it was Ignia coming out and beating the shit out of Octologia right at the end of the chapter, like just tackling him like a football player. That's exactly what happens in this chapter. But there is a couple of things revealed in this chapter we can get. Ignia has been inside of Natsu the entire time. Now, I don't necessarily think that he's been inside of him like, Kurama from, Naruto. I highly doubt it's like that. But in essence, I think Natsu was like a gateway or portal for Ignia to come out. Because every time we saw Ignia, we always saw like some form of volcanic, fiery area when, Ignia was walking about. And I remember seeing it in the anime. I remember seeing that entire scene. And so I think, honestly, when he said he was inside Natsu, I think it was because of he was just came out of his body, for instance, through another dimension. Or it could have been the translations. For instance, the translations could have been off. But either way, I think it's mainly on the dimension status instead of actually being sealed up inside Natsu. I think it was just through a dimension. Now, this brings to question a lot of things. All of the Dragon Slayers near Octologia is, experiencing, their heart hurting, and they're not able to do nothing. You see a bunch of our Dragon Slayers just sitting there like they can't do nothing, like they've lost all their power or whatever. Now, at first, it looks like Octologia is causing this. It looks like he is causing this entire event with all the Dragon Slayers, but it makes me think of something real quick. What if all the dragons inside each individual Dragon Slayer comes out to fight Octologia? Because, I mean, if Ignia was inside Natsu, okay? Let's just say he was inside of him. That would mean all the other dragons that disappeared, a couple years ago, about 7 or 10 years ago. I think it's 10 years ago now. But how many years ago they disappeared, pretty much, they're going to come out now. And so, most likely, we're going to have a bunch of dragons fighting Octologia, and then Natsu's going to be taking down N. So, we have Ignia make a declaration in this chapter stating that Natsu is strong enough to defeat End, the demon End, or, the living guild master of Tartarus. So, good thing Natsu is strong enough to do this, but I love how Mashima added a little bit of character development to Natsu. I mean, we see him, have, memories, flashbacks of his past when he was spending time with Ignia. His entire goal since technically the first episode of Fairy Tail, besides, our main character, Lucy, Natsu's goal was to find his father. What happened to his father? The dragons. And to probably see his father now, it's probably welling up all these emotions inside of him. They're coming out, and now he doesn't know how to react. It's like he's seeing his father after, 10 years of, not seeing him. He finally gets to see him again. So, pretty much, it's a very emotional chapter because Natsu technically just had his in-game goal come out in front of him. I noticed a lot of chapters recently, and a bunch of long-running series are starting to have their endgames pop up, like Hunter x Hunter, you have Naruto, you have, Bleach has started that. I mean, there's a bunch of endgames going on right now, so it's really entertaining how Ignia finally decided to pop up. Now, can Ignia, beat Octologia? He supposedly does in this chapter. He says he'll take care of Octologia, you go defeat Natsu, live Natsu. So, I don't know. I have a good feeling that Ignia is going to die in this fight. I really do. I have a really strong, almost 100% feeling that Ignia is going to die fighting Octologia. I mean, Ignia may be the strong fire dragon, a badass fucking dragon that's been hyped up and built up since the very beginning of Fairy Tail, but he is still fighting the Dragon King. He is still fighting the Dragon King, Octologia. He is back, he is in full power, and he's coming to kick some fucking ass. So, I mean, I think Ignia could rival him, because it would explain why Ignia is still technically alive. Some dragons are still alive, but, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes. Now, the big question this chapter raises, and I've actually had to ask, and I could be wrong here, I could have my information mixed up, so please forgive me if I do. But my big question is, Ignia came out now, okay, to fight Arachnologia. He came out now, this specific moment to fight Arachnologia. Why didn't he come out on Tenro Island? Why didn't he? That's the big question. I mean, did he have to, I guess, recover for a long period of time? Did he have to stay in that world till a certain time? Is there something else going on here? Just my big question is, why didn't Ignia come out at the time when Arachnologia first surfaced to pretty much slaughter Fairy Tail? Or did he actually know Fairy Tail was going to be fine? That's the big question I wonder right now after this chapter. Now, besides that, the chapter is very good. Arachnologia's goal is to take down N because he is fearful of it, which I guessed correctly, because it can wipe out all the magic in the world, and so that could probably go against Arachnologia since he once was a human. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.